Racing games. All the racing games I play are all VR. Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
Sim racing.
Some racing, man.
You know, I put away childish things when I became a man.
That's why you finished second.
Something like that.
If you were sim racing, you would have beat Joe. Joe races in my league, so.
What's going on? This is a guy that's running the computer stuff at the league race.
Physically running.
The light race jacked up?
Yeah, they're both jacked up. And I'm also trying to deal with that crash from our race, which was a lot of fun.
Trying to what?
You missed that crash, didn't you? You were out in front.
Yeah.
I think there was a 10-car pileup behind us.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that was fun. So now I got to deal out penalties for that too.
Oh, wow.
We're good times.
It's Tommy, by the way. So we're hanging out in the lounge, and we're eating. Tommy was nice enough to give us his 6-inch sub. I guess it's an Italian sub or something.
You need to lose weight.
Half of a half.
Yeah, half of a half, and then we twisted it. And then Sosa's over there talking about I don't know about what. What place did you finish in, Sosa?
Yeah.
I didn't race tonight.
Uh-huh. You got some
Glad I
chips?
didn't leave.
Thank you, Tommy. Hey,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
Tommy. Appreciate it, man. We were dying.
So we're hungry. In between, we're eat a little bit. I have I'll show you. So I've got in my backpack here protein bars. So if it wasn't for Tommy, I'd be okay. Justin would be screwed, like always. He doesn't even bring food to the track.
Sometimes I do.
Much less tools when it's club day.
All right, coming down for the start of the league final in heavies class. That is Joe on pole, me in second, Jeff in third, Matthew in fourth, and Chris in the blue shirt in fifth. For you kart rage fans, make sure you stick around. He pisses someone off during the race, and I've got what happened after all on film. You don't want to miss this. Also, I'm going to try to explain, especially for you new karters or people that are new to racing, what's going on exactly through my head and the strategy that's taking place in this race. All right, coming down to the first turn, I don't want to get too wide here. I don't want them to go to the inside of me very much, but give them enough room to the inside. That's Joe to my left. I've got the inside corner here on this right. I'm into the lead here. I know they're going to attack. I don't want to expose the inside, which is the left. So I go take a defensive line in the middle of the track, take a normal exit. Shouldn't have anybody to my left. There is Joe fighting for first place again. I do have position on him, so I'm able to secure first place. He settles back in. These are new karts, so they're all fairly equal. So you see a big long line of us here, just lined up. This is one of the best races that I've been a part of, so I'm excited to be able to show you and to walk you through it from my perspective and to be able to share stuff like this with you. So I'm glad you're here, and hopefully you stick around for the whole race. This is really a good race. All right, bringing them down. In front of the stands, there's an observation deck on the right-hand side as well at Dallas Karting Complex. Coming down, take a normal line. That is Joe. Looks to my inside. Give him a thumbs down, goofing around with them. We're having a good time out there. Makes the move, keep it a little tight, slide out just a little bit, and there is Jeff right there, battling for the lead. I have the inside position on him. Bumped Joe a little bit, he braked a little bit in some spots, that's okay. Didn't mess his lines up or anything. He's got position on me here. I'm gonna try to keep it wound up to the outside, try to stay outside of Jeff. The next corner is a right-hand turn. And all of a sudden there is Matthew out of nowhere. Goes from fourth to second spot. I'm gonna fight back for my position though. He's fighting too, and he's right there. Secure second spot, fantastic move on Matt's part. And watch this, this is very crucial here. There is Jeff, the outside kart, about to get freight train. Keeps it wound up, fighting, and right there makes the apex before the other kart, and then gets right back in the fourth spot right there. Very crucial moment in Jeff's race. Had he gotten freight train and lost 2, 3, maybe 4 spots, he basically would have taken himself out of contention for the win. The 3 karts up here, we probably would have broken away. So it was a very crucial moment in Jeff's race that he pulled that move off. Very good job. All right, so we have Joe in the lead, who is the series points leader in the heavies class. We have Matthew, who is in second place. He is a 2017 Lights League champion, racing in heavies for the first time. I am defending 2020 league champion in heavies and also won the championship in 2018. And then Jeff is behind me in fourth spot, has won several races, always a contender to win, and can probably win league if he attended enough events. He just doesn't go to all of them. All right, I'm going to settle in behind Matthew here and just follow him. Got to be careful here. He's going to brake. I don't want to smash into the back of him, but I also don't want to let him pull away from me. So it's very difficult kind of to get used to that when people brake, because we all don't brake in the exact same places on the track. So if you're off by a fraction of a second, you can smash into the back of the other cart. Joe's out of position there. Let's see if Matthew can catch up. You can smash into the back of the other carter and totally push them off their line. So we have to get off the throttle, maybe get on the brakes just a smidge early, but we also, since we did that, can get on just a smidge earlier. All right, lining up, Jeff's checking out to see who's behind them. We're always looking around us, trying to figure out where we're on the track, where everyone else is on the track, kind of what's going on. Now, when we hit the brakes on these carts, they're pretty instantaneous as far as what happens. It takes a second for these carts to get wound up, so when we get on the throttle, it takes a second or a little bit of time for the carts to react to our throttle input. So we can be a lot more aggressive on the throttle here. Okay, here we go again. That corner, it's a left-hand turn with the brake. Be careful through there. Little bump, no big deal. Right on him, do a good job there, sticking right on him. Jeff's looking to my outside. I don't really care. He's not a threat right there. He's going to settle in. Waiting for Matthew to make a move on Joe. I'm going to follow in behind him. Stay behind him. We got a good run right here. Let's get a good exit. It's going to set us up for the straightaway. Let him back in here. A little bump. See a shadow. You see Jeff to the outside there. Kind of slowed me up a little bit. Jeff's making a move. I got to be careful here about a position. I'm in the middle of the track. Want to be to the outside. Got to watch for an over-under from Jeff. And he'd have been there by now. He's not, so we're good there. He just settles in. Matthew battling for the lead here. We're full throttle through these next two corners and the next two corners after this. The brake lights actually work on these carts. So when you don't see the brake lights on these carts, we're probably full throttle. All right, got to be careful through here. Again, when you're this close to a cart, the corrections we're making are done in fractions of a second. I know it's rental carts, and we're not going like super fast, but we're going fast enough to where any mistake you make or the mistake the other person makes can get magnified. So we're doing these little corrections in fractions of a second. If you're a fraction of a second too late on the brakes or maybe too early, the gaps start to close or start to open up. So it's really important that we're very precise with what we're doing on the cart. All right, Joe's taking a defensive line in the middle of the track and everyone's just kind of following in line with him. Waiting for Matt to make his move. Again, I'm close enough here to take advantage of it when he does make his move. He drops the left rear off the track. There's a little drop off there. You can see his body language, not happy with himself. That's okay, we're gonna hang in there. And Jeff is right behind me. Staying close, staying close. He's out of position here. You see his body language, out of position. He's gonna go wide. All right, I'm gonna go for it. The opportunity's right there, let's go. Didn't expect it, but let's go. Let's see if Jeff's gonna come with me or not. Watch the over-under, a little bump there. Watch the over-under. And there is Jeff coming from 4th place to 2nd place, a 2-for-1 move. Fantastic move there. Didn't expect that. Completely caught off guard there. Okay, so you see Joe in 1st place open up a little bit of a lead since we were racing behind him. And Jeff is going to try to track him down. And if I can catch Jeff, I'm going to try to help him. And then Matthew is behind me, and he's going to hang in there as well. A little bit of a gap between us, but it doesn't last very long. All right, you see Jeff tap the back of his helmet. I tap the back of my helmet. What we're doing there is Jeff is asking me, hey, bump draft me, work with me, just bump me down the track and let's catch Joe. I did the same thing to communicate to Matthew behind me, hey, I'm going to bump Jeff you bump me. Let's work together and line up, not try to race each other. As soon as we start racing each other, we start slowing each other down because we start taking away our preferred lines. Let's line up, work together, and catch Joe. And once we get to him, it's a race for first place. So you saw us kind of started tracking down a little bit. Got a position there just a little bit. Should catch up. All right, I'm going to stay in really close to Jeff. Let's see if we get an opportunity to pass him. Oh, he's asking for a move. He's got a run on him. He's asking for a little bump. Let's see if I can catch him in time to give him the little bump. All right, I'm getting a run here. He looks at the inside. Let's see if I can get a little bump. Boom, right there. The final little bump gets him in the first place. Let's see if I can maintain the outside line here, the momentum to try to secure second place. It's going to be tough. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it wound up. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, I got it. I got inside line. The next turn is a left. And here comes Matthew taking third place from Joe. So you can see in just a few corners, Joe went from first place to fourth place. He did nothing wrong, just got caught in the back, in the wrong part of the track rather. And 3 of us got past him. We were lined up pretty good. Okay, so strategy now changes. I've got 2 choices here. I can start racing Jeff for the lead, or I can keep bump drafting him and try to separate from everybody else. Just because we're not trying to track someone down doesn't mean we can't team up and try to work together and pull away. So I'm going to bump draft Jeff and try to pull away from Matthew and from Joe. Now, if Matthew's close enough to me, he's just going to join along, and if Joe can hang with us, which he can, he's going to join along, so there's going to be no breakaway. So we're going to see how this race plays out at this point. Because Joe also knows if he tries to race Matthew, Jeff and I are going to pull away. So it's probably the smartest thing for him is just to stay in line and try to track us down. So while I'm doing this, trying to stay as close to Jeff as possible, I'm also watching his lines here, seeing if I can sense a weakness anywhere on the track where maybe I can exploit that later. Jeff is a very good, very consistent driver, doesn't have any weaknesses really. So I'm going to have my hands full trying to pass them, but I'm still going to study him right here and see just kind of how things are going. In this part of the track, I tend to be a little bit better than some of the other drivers. On this corner here, maybe the next 2. So maybe that's a place that I can take advantage later on. This corner here is really important to get a good exit that sets you up all the way down the straightaway. Okay, let's settle in. I can try to go for a pass here, but let's settle in. You can feel me bumping him, gives me a thumbs up. Now you can see our strategy is starting to work. We're starting to pull away and gap third place. So working together is paying off. We'll pull away, get to the end of the race, and then I'll start racing them for the lead. If that's the plan right now. Okay, you see me bobble just a little bit there, and you see the gap open up. That's what I'm talking about. When you're driving with some of these other drivers, they don't really make a lot of mistakes. So if you bobble just a little bit, a gap opens up, and I've got to work hard to try to close this gap and get right back on his bumper. We all mess up just a little bit, but it's about how many times we mess up and how big the mess up is. Again, fractions of a second, getting on the brakes too late, too early, accelerator, things like that, they all make a difference in these gaps. So there's a lot of corrections going on with the kart. And this kart is constantly changing the way it doesn't change too much, but it can change the way it feels. It's a little loose in the early part of the run. It starts to settle in towards the middle. And we had some rain leading up to this race, so the track's not super grippy, but it's not bad at this point either. Right there, I get to kind of the inside, so when Jeff turns around, he can see me and we can communicate using hand signals. So I'm a little off center there, or instead of being right behind him, I go a little bit to the left. So when he looks over the shoulder, I give him like, hey, let's line up, that hand signal, so he knows that the strategy is still in play here. And you can see a lap traffic. You can see lap traffic in front of us. There's a guy we're getting close to, another guy in front of him. We're probably going to lap him this lap, so we have to be careful here. Going full blast, this can really swing the momentum or the outcome of the race. So let's see what he does here. All right, he pulls over to the outside, slows down, gives us room here. Very good job on this part, staying out of the race and not affecting the outcome. Okay, I can sense here that the race is going to start to wind down. So I really want to catch up and be in position to capitalize. I'm wide there. I'm going to pay for that. See the gap kind of open up. Big mistake on my part. I got to fight and get right back on this bumper. Now, if we catch this other lapper here at the end of the straightaway, that's going to be bad. Depending on what he does, we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know anything, so let's just hope for the best here and try to catch him. Okay, we catch him. He does a good job of slowing down. And then right here, not only slows down, stays to the outside, and watch this, stays to the outside and gives third place, his preferred line. Very good job on that lapper's part to stay out of the race. Very good job. Okay, here we go. He's got a few more laps left, so I am trying as hard as I can here to catch back up to Jeff's rear bumper. All right, I'm in good position here. Let's see if we can try him on the straightaway, possibly. If I can get a good run on him, okay, the gap's open up just a little bit. It's gonna be a little tough here. Let's get a good exit through here. All right, got a little bit of a run on him. Let's see if I can make a move by the end of the straightaway. Joe's doing a really good job catching right back up, getting back into the fight there. All right. Jeff looks back, 2 to go, give him a little bump a little early, mistime the braking there and get into the back of Jeff, kind of push him out wide, let him back out in front of me. I don't like to pass people that way, no need to. And you see Joe getting right back in the fight right there. I want you to pay attention to how clean we race each other. Not a lot of leaning on each other, bumping and banging and knocking each other off the track. Very respectful, clean racing. And that's why it's great racing with these guys, because they know how to race each other. Clean but hard. And right here I'm all over Jeff's rear bumper. There's 2 laps to go. We're racing for the win here. I'm going as hard as I can at him. He knows it. He's going as fast as he can. And then Joe's right behind us, also waiting for us to mess up so he can take advantage, get into second place, and then also contend for the win. Got to stay close to him here. In good position here. Looking good. Got to get a good exit through here. All right, very good here. I'm going to make a run here. I'm going to make a run. Let's see what he does. Right, he defends to the middle. I'm going to go to the inside. This is for the win right here, going to turn 1, last lap. Watch the over-under. I know it's coming. I'm going to defend for it. There it is. Couldn't defend for it. Jeff does a great job of the over-under, getting his spot right back in the first place. I am not going away though. I'm going to keep fighting for the win. It's a last lap. Just a few more turns left. And here comes Joe to the inside of me, looking for second place. Backs off. Doesn't race me dirty. Doesn't spin me out. All right, let's see if I can get a good exit through here for the win. Good exit. Let's go. Okay, it's opened up right there. I'm going to go for it. Going to go for it. Jeff closes the gap on me right there. Shuts the door. Excellent job there. All right, I got a few more corners left to try him just a little bit more. Not going to give up. Got to get a good exit through here. Try him on the straightaway. Maybe an over-under exit in these next 2 corners. Let's see what we can do here. A little far away. A little wheel hop. Yeah, I'm too far away. Jeff's got the race right here. Brings it in for the final few corners here. Excellent job on Jeff's part. Great race to be a part of. Joe, very good race on his part as well. And Matthew as well. This is the kind of racing that I really like being a part of. Very hard, clean, tough racing. Very good drivers. And get back up here next to Jeff. Congratulate him on his win. He apologizes about closing the door on me. No need to apologize. It was his corner. He did nothing wrong. Congratulations, good win. Give a couple of other people some congratulations after the race on a very hard-fought, well-run race. And also, don't forget, Kart Rage is coming up after this.
It was mad.
What happened, Tommy?
No, I got hit going into the fucking car. Turn 1 of the last
Hey, you
lap.
can't cuss. I gotta monetize this.
Sorry. No, I got hit going into turn 1.
Who hit you?
same person who hits everybody else.
No, I'm been racing Cleveland all night. That was a
He was?
freaking accident.
Everybody was going fine. We would have been just fine going into one. It was the last lap I get smashed into.
You didn't
And then
you're making a big thing out of nothing. Pull your video up. Pull your video up. You got your
GoPro.
Oh, I got plenty of GoPro
Pull it
footage
up.
of Leica.
Can we see your shirt real quick, Tommy?
What?
Can we see your shirt real quick?
Oh.
Okay.
Back of it.
Okay, go back to intensity.
Crank it up.
Dude, okay.
Crank it up.
Then when I did, I knew I was in the wrong. I went like
Break.
this.
Break.
Hey,
I
let him
thought
go.
you'd catch up. I was gonna let you pass me.
I was trying to pass you. I lost so much speed. All right, look. I understand.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to. That was an accident.
I understand. I understand it's an accident. All right.
Shit happened.
I know. All right.
But it's always you involved in the shit.
Look, hey, all right. My guys, leave on the track, right? I'm sorry. You heat after the race.
That's
No,
what
it's not like a race.
that's what it's
I know.
about.
I know.
That's what it's all about.
You know, the last lap of the.
I know. Well, we weren't in first. Second.
That's what it's about.
Royce City Baptist, 12 p.m. Sunday.
We'll see you there. All right, so Jeff took the win. Joe is right there in third place, and me and him swapped the lead on the last lap. And I tried to do I knew he was going to over under. I tried to block it. He did a good job of, not allowing it to happen. What was your strategy?
That last lap debacle there, when you
Yeah.
went to the inside of me,
Yeah.
Joe, right? Yep. You went to the outside of me.
Oh yeah,
So
we
I
went
was in
three
the middle.
wide into turn one.
Yeah, we were 3 wide.
Oh, in the one?
Yeah, into one.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
you
yeah,
passed-
yeah. When I
you
passed
the
you,
lead.
yeah.
That was the toughest part. I had a big decision to make at the end of the straightaway.
It was really good. It was really good. I just when you guys got by me, you were in a line and I was offline, and I couldn't get back in to avoid losing 3 spots.
That was probably the most intense first 3 laps of a race.
That was
ever.
fun.
Dude, that was
Good race.
It was a good time.
awesome.
The
I had
new
a great
carts
time.
are awesome.
You know where you're from to try to give you a shout out in the next video. Yeah, these they're fighting. All right, guys. So that's league racing at Dallas Karting Complex and the rental carts, and it does get very intense. Everybody wants to win. A lot of good drivers out here. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the race, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.